Saturday, boys need the
so green
on Sunday, almost also the so green. And I think they usually ask you back to back sana. Yetimiko streak bare 1 week. In TNS, so we are going to go OTA. No amount pen or paper no and come now. 1 mile serve the chance at winning. Because
so I net Neman Bianca. Like one home.
Yeah,
so what me jais and Nemana.
Yeah,
but so green the Bia.
Never.
Who's all started on your money pay. I've been there so red.
And then go for 1 month. Gabi to Ramos, yeah, the Holy Spirit in Jarium.
Yamin Sao so strong. Jaisanya Manavi, young coupon for Yenejuma. Unim in Jiminka. Unim.
Oh, dear, can say, how can I make Quayans my county?
Coffee Flamingo, young gay. And Kona Entraso.
This is our run.
New name, no,
Coffee Flamingo.
Coffee Flamingo.
Yes, yes. Rich. Yes, and it's a Monday. Everything come on, a lot of things to talk about. What we say Bayern for? They say don't give up on Niko.
And then I got numbers I'm saying.
No,
if you want to do me a day, Emma Barcelona.
So, Omunim said there's a possibility of beating Niko.
But boy, not say yes to Barca.
But you don't in transfers. You don't just deal with one person.
I know.
It's almost shining from that angle.
No, so over to be crowd triggered now.
Yeah.
So we had the consent of the boy. Now, boy, and so it's clear. So media Barcelona and Pesambo. To we are Bayern. Obeying.
And so boy, or Casa or Peso Barcelona. On Casa, apart from Barcelona club, yeah. It is a ne. Sebastian Timian deal now. What's the boy going to do? Wait, Matlan, let it crowd about 1 more season, 2 more seasons. But there's another option of buying for who says, when you're Barca, they can give you an option and let you know, say, you are coming to another big club of the magnitude of Barcelona. Yes, Barca were more pedigree, but they also can believe, okay, they can give you something that is peculiar to FC Bayern Munich. And me and Samian for who believe that they can get a job done. And that is why they are lacking. The truth is that. So Utie Deco this weekend, he has been clear in Barca's plans. Players on Peso Motor, players on Peso Moko, the likes of Pablo Torre, Pau Victor, Andreas Christensen, Inaki Peña, all of these names were mentioned. But he goes on and Omubisa Deco a clear question on if somebody Abrantia for Niko Williams ever back Barcelona. Asema Deco kind of simple. Or say Niko Williams and Luis Diaz in Milan and Barca. And that is Barca's strongest trump card. The two players want to play at FC Barcelona. And in Deco going on. Or say so if the conditions are right, they will bring the players to Barcelona. I see one around the one tono. Na club no person mu shemu kena. It's why would they sell an important player like Ronaldo Araujo out of the club? It looks as if Barca for a year, all of them analysis no. They feel like defender Barca or yet down the pecking order. Hey, Andreas Christensen and Ronaldo Araujo is better than him. Maybe I believe that Christensen would have offered more in terms of ball playing ability to Hansi Flick team. No? But you also will not fault anybody that looks at it and says, Ronaldo more physicality, more combativeness. You know, but team that can play at right back and left back and full back positions no, when Barca need him, hence making him more versatile. Until Barca are clear, they know what they want to do. In fact, say Niko Babedu team now they will do. The plan of playing Rafinha in midfield, playing Niko on the wing on the left hand side, Abrache friend Lamine Yamal on the right, and then having either of Lewandowski as the number 9. But there's going to be a lot of games and next season. Barca will want to press more from the front. Into who say Abia Abrache friend Ferran Torres or Danny Olmo will lead the lines as the first number 9 for Team Friend FC Barcelona. And if you listen to Deco over there, so Deco was clear, so Barca will not go to the market to go and buy an out and out number 9. It's clear. But Rich, I think that Yenina and Kayajia to say Barca will do the deal for Niko Williams. The problem, however, is the fact that up to today, Athletic Club have been tight-lipped. Yes. And we see, if you go to Barcelona, Spain, Barcelona down in terms of football now for four, like who's a class board or more good relationship. They don't have the best of relationships. And you're more professional. And Athletic wants the money. What do you say now? Abra Athletic for no Bilbao for France, yes, and your mom said, oh, Niko Williams, any Naki, Murano. That was the first time Athletic Club the Bilbao spoke. They spoke against Adi and said, so also you're true and true Bilbao Nia. You defend Bilbao with respect. Inti boy in the picture no ma kwakwa clean wo Murano so actually say whether he stays or not, he is a traitor no. The omoni nyadwene. But the club have been remained tight-lipped. The thing is that, Rich, only say first, Barca would have to offload players before they can register, not before they can buy. They can go and do the purchase, but in registration, they have to offload players in terms of salary. But whilst they buy, only say Barca will ask them, say, and this is carrying on so. But the time of payment, the structure of payments, no, Barca would want it more favorable. And that's why Utie Deco interview Kenya, he mentions that if the conditions are right, and Barca for your Hojuma. Rich, you see, Bayern like any other club, it will be actually. Opportunistic. Bayern are losing Matthias Chell to Tottenham Hotspur. Lucy Abranche friend Leroy Sané to Galatasaray. It means that Bayern here cover from both wings. And also Bayern team anymore. Apart from Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman, any Abranche your friend Michael Olise, the top level wingers they don't have. And in Europe, team are share a lot of low blocks power Bayern because of excess hold of possession our German Bundesliga and Munti. And we say Bayern ever against any team, just like every other top team, Germany and also in Europe. Rich, they have to deal with wingers that they won't get too much space. Hence, these wingers are supposed to be good 1v1 and then be able to cross into the box. Are very crowded, and that is where they have Harry Kane. Rich, Bayern Funi says almost Niko Williams. He solves the problem of both wings, and Niko can play on the right and on the left as well. So once they go and do that, they get that done. Rich, it is what you say Germany for journalists Nika say, oh, Bayern will not give up on Niko Williams. Bayern will not give up on Niko Williams. They know that there is a possibility that Barca can meet some difficulty in getting the Niko deal done. In the end, give it up. Say Omo successful. Then they will get the boy away from the club. The truth is that, like you said, the boy wants team and friend of Barcelona. He would give Barca all the priority. But Bayern for say they wait. Say over Kai Kampa in the last few hours, Bayern for have started having conversations with our brand here friend Jimmy Bino Gettins. And now Omakache Dortmund said they are willing to pay the 55 million plus add-ons to make it 65 for Gettins. Omoko Gettins channel. Across a similar situation with Niko. Gettins say, oh, I'm signing a 7-year contract already agreement with Chelsea. So now it comes down to say Chelsea year club World Cup. Now about no need Dortmund for anybody being common successful. If Bayern don't get Niko Williams, they will turn attention to Gettins. And it now becomes a club-to-club conversation. Chelsea couldn't come on. Bayern Dortmund will give them the first refusal, but when it's ready, then they'll come in. Bayern for no obsessed with getting a winger. They are the wanted Abrante friend Rafael Leao, but the same story Germany on them. On Shedan Treno Juma, the strong mentality is not good enough for them. They believe that they can get better out of younger wingers than Abrante friend Rafael Leao. So they are moving away from the Rafael Leao conversation. And to see Amino Kase, the players that they are looking at, and Opel Crapo they are rich. Almost also call France. Eko Kobisa Bradley Bakula Hong Kong. Rich.
Hey.
Yeah.
And Bayern for how many have?
Yeah, they went to France and they've asked about Bradley Bakula. But Paris Saint-Germain for them have been straight up. Like Oma and Church Omusemukra. And the thing is that January, time of Paris Saint-Germain for it to Richard Kvaratskhelia. Bradley Bakula was unhappy. Into co-managers will come and say, na den masakoto Bradley Bakula. In Chechema Paris Saint-Germain for them Bakula they say the backups now and what wings on them can lead Marco Asensio and it's our boys no. Wait, sir. They are not good enough like that. And you didn't say we are top tier. Kvaratskhelia is top tier. Then on the other side, we have top tier and Ousmane Dembele. Until we need another person that can add to that code. Okay, sir, they are fine. And on moment assurance said he is a player for the future. So for him also, a done deal. Bayern Foro will try on the part of Niko as long as they will have to wait. Same on the part of Brandon friend Jimmy Gettins as long as they would have to wait. And then of course for Bakola there, they are turning sights away from him and they are waiting for things to happen. I told you already. Barca have plans to let Pablo Torrego. They are looking for options for him. Ruan Arao, most likely according to Deco, will stay. Minister of Pay, what's around your friend Beraginka? A player Barca for an air person Nebeba. He will shuffle between the B team and the A team. A branch your friend Mark Andre Ter Stegen there. On the wife, our vacation or Jojo no home, and he's not thinking about what's going on. Rich, this weekend you have good news for Paul Abile Pogba. And what we are hearing is that the deal is getting ever closer by the second. Me are very, very excited. Say Paul Abile Pogba will get to play some good football again, and it's going to be very, very good power for him. El Hodem. You see, whatever that is running our Chelsea, you know. I think say over the weekend, me babe can ha. Say it is understandable for anybody to be angry at Enzo Maresca and say, I didn't see a war Boris James in the middle of the park. Marriage. I don't know why Chelsea fans want Andre Santos to be number one. In a Chelsea midfield, Andre Santos is not the number one midfielder. And then SSC Aveloka say, Andre on to Lavia, on to Enzo. He can't play like Caicedo. Darius Sugo is a different kind of midfielder. So even if Sir James that win a Fiifi on the man, you play Lavia. And from the over the weekend after game number and mono, the reports that are coming from Brazil is that woman himself buying per boy, and boy in the camp have started talking. The truth of the matter is that Rich, you need to compete. Every top class team you have players that are willing to compete. So what team competing there, then you forget about it. I think that Andre Santos will be patient and wait for his time to come. He has to pick it up and compete. Because the team of Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, it's one that Andre Santos would have to compete in there. The problem is with Enzo Maresca was the fact of Boris James in the middle of the park and not starting Romeo Lavia in the second half, making the changes. Ochina Chelsea last game against Esperance de Tunis. And I think that it's a game that they need to try and then get a job done and make sure somebody win. Then it's a problem for them. Did you watch Madrid versus Pachuca? Pachuca. I don't want to put too much emphasis on Madrid performance now. But Rich, I think I am beginning to see what Xabi Alonso wants to do. El Madrid on. I think that Xavi wants to move totally away from the extra pragmatism of Carlo Ancelotti to a team at Madrid that are totally in control of the game. And key in that plan of playing the game will be our branch friend Dean Hudson. Rich, he is good. Abrana Chelsea Penny, I used to say this. Say Ose open number 5 obetimi a deep line playmaking job no? On the ball, off the ball, before ball, enya good angles and create spaces for you, especially for Madrid, a team like Omo 2 speedsters in a branch of friend Kylian Luton Mbappe, and Vinny Junior. It's an important to have somebody who is super confident and calm on the ball. And then now, yes, it's against Pachuca, but everybody saw the quality of a branch of friend in Dean Hudson, and they were able to do the job against them. Very, very good game. Especially look at this ball. Rich na centre back every actually Ababeji Bono in almost midfield and then playing through our better friend Vinny Jr. to help open up the game. I think that under Xabi Alonso, Ada Gulebebo. And then I say, see Ada Gula interview now. Also for the very first time, he feels like he's been the word is not scouted. Like I'm profiling here. And Ojiri said Xabi Alonso as a midfielder more than an attacker. And then now she game now. Madrid went into a semblance of a 4-1-2-1-2 with Ada Gula as a 10. And about Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde as the box to box. Then Orient Chimeni sitting at the base. Of course, Abrantia, your friend Vinny Jr. Mo. Of course, any Abrantia friend Gonzalo Mo. Leading the lines up top. Very, very, very good game for team and friend FC Madrid or Honum. And of course, Ada Gula Timishego. He will grow in confidence. And when he grows in confidence, he is going to be an important player for team your friend FC Real Madrid or Honum. Martin Ibanez Zubimendi will come to us now. And everything is sorted. Deal now. The focus should have shifted to a center forward. But Rich, Nyayetini say Arsenal are cooling their interest in our branch friend Benjamin Sesko. It's Kasem no. They catch you. The price plus the salary no Benjamin a little too much.
Sesko.
Leipzig. Yeah, and the Sesko is being sold between 75 to 80 million. Sesko born a ding. And then, in fact, that was the main reason Chelsea ended Sesko come on channel. And it's Chelsea for it say Liam Delap pay 30 million. They quickly finish that deal. Because a born a ding plus Angel less than 250,000 pounds a week. Just for now, bomber. Still, the Sesko can't say that. Minimum quality. Minimum the Arsenal. This is what they think that they can do. And we see, says cannot remember and Arsenal for start so much to still Arsenal don't have a striker. I don't know say, if in the next coming days and weeks no, it will turn to a branch friend Victor Guy Corresa. And they are going to begin to go to Guy Corres and says, okay, Unim, Guy Corres, Firebrand, NBA. Still, Victor Osimhen is still on the market. Al Hilal for only deal up till now. So because he's out OABB. On this kind, and he's still on the market. Manchester United per striker. Arsenal per striker.
Have you Europe?
Oh, I told you that Buchimu said open Europe. Yeah. They were clear that the boy says, Enya crowd, best answer Galatasaray. Enya crowd, best answer Galatasaray.
So on also slash ni demands na kakra.
You see, that's where
if you want to stay in Europe,
yeah.
You see, on the Saudi Arabia, the music and oil money, tao,
yeah,
oil near tuning na the engine begum.
Yeah,
this Ascano, with demands they can meet it. But in Europe, class B to set Chelsea in many idea, financial fair play near the war. Saudi they can't.
But
so Victor, no person Europe there. Slash no.
But Rich, is it also not a case that the European clubs are not being fair to Victor?
How?
Rich, yeah, the branding.
See, I walk Benjamin Sesko. I didn't think Arsenal so. Your interest in the cry, person man come from Kaka. It's because of the Usikasam.
Yeah.
Maybe I will shade books.
Yeah.
No shades cannot be found. Maybe a match.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sana tell you, I mean, go baby, I mean, feel some fun. And then me books you know ebe come.
Yeah.
So Victor no so few says or try Europe there. What demands now also
like Niko Williams pay Barca.
Look, Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Africans. I see, I can be my African brother.
Yeah.
But the issue is that the demands no Europe clubs no they can't meet it.
Rich, if you say if you say they can't, I won't agree with you. I think that Rich, now Manchester United needs to 250, 300 Emma Victor Osimhen. Man United can pay the money. Maybe at Chelsea now, no.
But Ebinsuana Victor na can no. Manchester project no pay.
I think that
maybe a teams now open Manchester.
Victor Osimhen deal ne. We have to keep an eye on it until the last day of the transfer window. Rich, say last day of the transfer window you drew. Now come on United and United will give him the money. Victor Osimhen will move.
Okay.
He will move away and then go to Manchester United to go and do. Maybe they say say Sikana Omo my boys Nibia Kano. They should be able to give Victor that money.
Okay.
And it's about my boys, not small boys this car. I don't want to give him. But again, the other part of the argument is that they should be able to look at how they will manage and on Victor and Gasabit manage on the bono any baby or Beko. Rich, me a fencing and a coach near the Atujano, Nayan toy streak, the same you may. I catch say, Mene, a radio to 2 greens a coach from Saturday till now. He will continue. And see over Facebook, I'm sure it's make screenshots many time, baby. And I'll go through quickly for you. First one here 2036D745. Second one here 2036D082. Third one here 2036C757. And the last one here 2036C220. Rich.
Pacho, me series na radio nti feature na de kono.
Series ba.
O se me catch us Saturday no.
Say.
Flamingo series no.
Flamingo series.
Maybe an animation. And a any P version. P version they atoso. Chelsea amani hunu or club World Cup.
Mutimi bo club World Cup me anu
masa. Di so ya hu mama why? Na minyeska on YouTube why? Okay, into my Dennis in Showers 4.5. Fiifi Manfred Edna Mate Nenkano. Akase Bismarck Ozuben Payala, Ebewi Ewamane Nafi, Enyakwan Ebetua, House of Folk, Convo Nuso, the appointment of Coach Masoud Didi Dramani, and Hunsen Zembibri. Yes, there's a possible transfer ban. I bet me a call. Ediama, a House of Folk, some community na Yebedi, I was shown. But my culture says 25 years, we know. Ubia pom di hia me papa, especially ubia who change their passports. And inti ma yene medimosis for mpenu for any komo. And I say Dr. Boatian sa tenase. Yen sua de ene makasa yare no. Ekum nipa bebre wu so wonyare. Yen ko postmortem na hwe. Yade a hihye no a de kono. Yenya time enko check up ne sa ne ma no. Tiama yare ku na ekuyen. Si Dr. Boateng atenase yenko na